good?
Can we get them to turn the music down on the stage? We're trying to just record something here. They started playing halfway through the last one. I was like, that's a bit distracting.
Man,
It'd be like that.
I like just seeing you walk in with like a whole crew and like photos being taken of you. I'm like, fuck, like rock star shit, bro.
Yeah, man,
How does
shout
it
out to
feel
the
being a
team.
rock star, man?
It feels good. I feel like bigger than a rock star, I'm a superstar. You know, I'm on my way. I'm in the most humble way to say that, but I'm just grateful to have my whole team here and just to be on the biggest stage I ever been on today and just, you know, making history in my life, you know what I'm saying? Just evolving as an artist.
This isn't like
Just so we know who we're talking to.
yeah,
Introduction.
Right. Do an introduction. You know, do the introduction.
Down the Wire podcast, you already know because you're tuned in. But
Like, follow, subscribe.
Yeah, get that out.
Oh,
the way.
get him to say it too. Get him to say it.
Make sure y'all subscribe. Don't sleep on these guys.
There you
That's
go.
it. I like
That's
your
our
energy
guy.
already. You just started.
That's our guy, Fame Holiday. Welcome to the show, man.
Yes, sir,
It's
yes,
an
sir.
honor, dude. It's an honor.
Thank you.
Speaking of superstar, man, this isn't even your first festival of the month. Month?
I would say month, yeah.
Month?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. You just held your own festival, Fame Fest in Mississauga.
You did your history. I like that.
Hey,
like
man,
that.
we Google.
Subscribe,
We do our Googles.
Nah, that's dope.
How did that feel, man? Like selling out a great stage in your hometown, you know, really putting on for the city.
Yeah, man, I feel like a superhero right now. You know, a lot of people are just looking at me as motivation and inspiration for all of their dreams and what they want to accomplish. Because, like, for anyone who knows me, I've been doing music for, like, over 10 years now. I started very young, like 12 years old. I knew I wanted to do this. So along my process, I've just been very rebellious. And it's like, I got to get it. Like, this is my dream. This is what I want, no matter what it takes. And I think people seeing the beginning from high school all the way to, like, having my own festival, like you said, in my city, it's just like people grew with me along that process, and it's just amazing. I feel great.
Do you know, being from, it's called like one of the boroughs, you know, like one of the
One of the six
outskirts.
boroughs,
The outskirts.
man. The six,
Yeah,
come on.
the six.
We're from out of town.
Yeah,
I got
we
you.
don't get out often. Do you feel like, you know, that you got a little bit more to kind of prove from not being from the downtown center? Like,
I
you know,
think
being a Mississauga man, like,
Yeah,
do you got a little something more? You're walking with a chip on your shoulder?
I wouldn't say a chip on my shoulder, but I walk with like a point to prove. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of talent in my city, and I have a brand called OSOT. I actually got it tatted. It's my only tattoo. It stands for Other Side of Toronto, and for me, I want to create a platform and just a movement to showcase artists outside of the city, because I feel like a lot of artists who are from my city run to Toronto and say, oh, I'm from here just for that, like, that stamp. But I feel like we don't need that. Like, we got a lot going on, and we just got to build as a community, and I want to be like one of the leaders for that.
I really like the sound that you're bringing, because you can spit, like you can fucking spit, but then you also
Appreciate
have
that.
that melodic side to you.
Sing like a motherfucker.
You sing like
Come
a
on, we
motherfucker,
got it,
man.
man.
You got both
Thank
sides
you.
to it. So the versatility aspect, whenever I see that, I'm like, do you feel like you need to have versatility to kind of cut through such, not even just like Toronto, a lot of artists, like worldwide, there's a ton of artists. Do you feel like versatility is necessary?
I think it's important, but I think the most important thing is to be yourself. You know, for me, I listen to a lot of music, and I listen to a lot of the artists that I listen to are very versatile. So I think naturally, like just what I consume, it allows me to be more open to experimenting with new music and new sounds. I'm not afraid to try something new. And if I like it and if I feel good about it, I'm not afraid to put it in the universe and test it out, you know? So
I've been hearing that lately, like authenticity's cool now. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? How you say authentic?
how do I stay authentic? I just think talking about like what I actually go through in life and my experiences. And yeah, that's just the best way to go about it. You know, keeping real ones around you that keep you humble and just like understand where you came from.
When you're making your music, I'm assuming it's like, obviously you have stories to tell.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? Like, what's a typical day like for you? Like, how are you taking in life and putting it through music?
That's an interesting question. I think this is probably like one of the busiest times I've ever been in my life, just musically, in terms of, you know, all the time doing shows back to back to back, traveling. You know, I just did a tour across Canada. And that was like my first ever time, like going to certain places, and just to be able to do a sold out show in each place is like, wow, like, you know, music just goes so far. And I think, yeah, like I just be doing my thing, you know?
How many outfit changes do you go through in a set?
To be honest, like I always try to do two, But I get so much in my zone that I'm just like, you know what, forget it. Like, y'all gonna get these blood, sweat, and tears and everything. Like, if I'm sweaty as hell, you gonna feel that. Like, I'm gonna touch you and you taking that with you. You know what I mean? Like, it's all love, but like, I'm just that passionate. It's like, what's the point of getting all fresh again? Just do sweat all over again.
Right.
You know
It's
what I
not a
mean?
music video.
It's not a music video.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you everything right there. You're gonna see when I was dry to when I got a little bit sweaty to all the way out, you know?
Yeah. So, you know, it was a good show.
100%.
How does, not just Canada, but like this area of Canada, the GTA, how does that influence you?
I think there's a lot of history here. And I think a lot of the great things
you don't hear that often.
No, there's so much history. Shout out to everybody doing their thing and who's paved the way for us as upcoming artists in the city. But I think, again, with there not being so much history in Mississauga, it kind of inspires me to watch Toronto just blossom and grow because I want the same thing from my ends,
Yeah, I mean, like, do you feel the love in the city? Because I've seen you like collab with other artists and say like you have a Havaya feature on your last project.
Yeah,
And stuff like that. Do you feel the
Havaya.
love between like not only the artists but just the whole community?
Yeah, I think there's always been a stigma of like there's crabs in a bucket in the city, and I think we're finally getting to a point where we're seeing that transition of things changing. I still think it needs a lot of work, but it's up to us as upcoming artists to change that and make that the mission,
So what are you doing as an upcoming artist to make that mission come to life?
Like you said, like collaborating with, people who are, on the same wave as you and just like from different parts of the city, and you're seeing that unity. For my Mississauga show, I had different artists open up like from different cities as well, not just my own, just to show that unity aspect. Like, yes, this is Fame Fest, it's my show, but it's for y'all too. Like, this is a platform, to express yourself and show people what you got going on.
We're from Ottawa, and like what we hear, like a lot of the times we'll hear about the Toronto scene being a lot of push and pull, perhaps even a bit of like toxicity, amongst artists. But like sitting here with you, you sound very pure, and and your message that you're getting across here is definitely one that is, to promote love and
Peace.
Yeah, peace and
Unity.
there it is.
For
That's
sure.
the
Man, we
word.
should switch jobs.
Right.
No, I just know exactly what he's talking about. We're on the same frequency right now, so I got you.
Like, how do you keep that true to yourself, man? Because I mean, this world's a crazy place, man. It's a fucked up world out there, but
Yeah.
somehow you're moving with such grace through it, especially in a place that maybe doesn't promote that as much.
For sure. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm perfect. But I think just keeping my why in the back of my head and understanding, why do I do this? Like, what's the bigger picture outside of my own career and myself? And I think that's so strong and big that I can't let these little things jeopardize that, or getting caught up into politics or the wrong things. It's just like my mission is bigger. I'm trying to feed my family. And I think for anybody trying to feed their family, like, you got to be focused. You got to be locked in. You got to be hungry. And you just don't got time for no drama.
It's interesting you bring that up because a lot of successful people, like, they do it for their family and the people that are around them. But through the process of that, they find that they're kind of getting distant from their family because they're so locked in. Like, do you have that issue, or like how you balance?
I love that you brought that up. I don't think I ever heard anyone who interviewed me like get so deep, but I like this conversation. And I think that's another thing that us artists don't talk about, at least for myself. Like, that's a real thing. I don't see my family a lot. And even when I do see them, it's like, I don't get to talk to them as much as I want to. It's just like, I got so much going on and they got so much going on. We're in two different worlds sometimes, but I just keep focusing, like, I'm doing this for y'all. So like one day we'll have that time to just like do everything together, but I got to put in the work now. Because if I don't, it's not looking too pretty for us, So
Work-life balance is a crazy thing, right?
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, man. Do you feel excuse the sound check going on in the background, but
It's all good.
do you,
This is live and direct,
Yes, sir.
Wow, you know what I'm
We're
saying? You hear
on
it.
site. Manifesto 2022, volume
can't-
16, down the wire, coming correct.
You can't fake the fuck, man. We here.
do you feel like your family kind of, because you're doing all these cool things, like we were talking at the beginning, like rock star kind of, or superstar lifestyle?
Don't get it fucking.
Yeah,
come on,
I
man.
gotta get it right.
Superhero, superstar, fame holiday.
Do you feel like your family and close like friends like kind of humble you and bring you down again?
I think so. I think my parents definitely understand because they're hardworking people individually as well. I just think it gets tough when like my sister will call me up and be like, what are you doing? And I might be like on stage at that time or about to go on, and I'm like, shoot, I gotta call you back. Or I'm in a studio and I don't want to lose that vibe, so I gotta call you back. It's just like a lot of back and forth where I'm not there as much as I want to be, but again, I just try to like make up for the time when I am there.
Let's give a quick moment. Shout out all the family members. Shout out mom. Shout out dad. Shout out Marissa, my sis. Let's
Okay.
give a little round table.
For sure.
Shout out Ned. Shout out Jane. Shout out Eric. Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. Shout out to my parents. Shout out to all my siblings, my cousins. I love y'all and I appreciate you every time.
This is like the scene in like Big Daddy at the end. Have you seen that movie? They all start calling their dads.
Yeah. That's dope.
What's next?
what's next? I mean, it hasn't happened yet. So we here at the Budweiser stage,
Ooh.
you know, biggest stage I ever been on, like I said. And after that, I got a new project coming out on Wednesday, August 17th. It's called Strictly
Sweet.
for the Summer. So I'm excited to let the people hear that.
Okay.
Oh, we're
Okay.
go out of the summer on a high note.
Come on, man.
I
we
like that.
we ain't done working. We ain't done working
Oh, dear,
I like
man.
that. I like that. Stay tuned for that, guys. We'll end off on that note.
for sure.
Stay tuned for that. What's the name of the project?
Strictly for the Summer.
Strictly for the Summer.
Yeah.
August 17th.
Correct.
Stay tuned for that. And actually, like, last question before we go, just because you mentioned it. How does it feel to be performing at Bud Stage? You said it's the biggest stage you've ever done.
Yeah, I mean, I was telling somebody else earlier, I'm like, the only people I've ever seen here is my favorite artists and like OVO Fest. So to finally hit this stage is like, this is like a dream of mine. You know, we think as all artists in the city, I hope we have the same vision in terms of wanting to perform here because it's amazing. And, you know, shout out to Manifesto for making that possible.
Is this like, I'm sorry, but like, okay, this is the last question.
Yeah, now
You know,
good.
like selling out like the ACC or Scotiabank Arena. Sorry, but like, does this venue feel more Toronto? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like it's like kind of like one of those spots that you feel the city in your blood when you're here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely see more acts here than the ACC or
Mhm.
like, you know, the, what is it called?
Scotiabank.
Scotiabank Theater.
Who
Sorry, my
cares,
bad.
It's okay. We're not sponsored.
But yeah, besides there, so I feel like I've seen more history here than I've seen it there. But you know, obviously my hunger is gonna continue to grow. So once this is done, I'm gonna hit them up next. Like we there.
Now you're about to be a part of history, man.
Come on.
Oh,
It's
man.
beautiful to watch, man. Seriously. We like
And the lineup is amazing. So I'm just excited to see what every artist brings to the table.
Fucking A.
100%.
Me too.
For sure.
Cheers,
Thank
man.
you for coming on, man. We appreciate it.
I appreciate
For
you
real.
guys.
Thanks for sitting down, man.
Thank you.
Like, follow, subscribe.
Yeah, like, follow, subscribe.
Can you look right in there and say like, follow, subscribe to Down the
Y'all
Wire?
gotta like, comment, follow, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Don't sleep on these boys. They making history right now. We here. We're gonna watch this back in like 2 years and see where we at. All of us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, we'll do another interview in like our hotel suite when we're in.
Come on.
like-
Yeah.
MTV Cribs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Versace robes.
Come on. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Appreciate
Two
you, man.
baddies on the side. You know what I'm
A
For sure.
tiger right between us. A living tiger. We're manifesting it.
Pun?
And we're out,
Pun?
folks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Fame
dope.
Holiday, thanks very much for stopping by,
I
man.
got you, man. Love.
Peace, bro.